Elon Musk can build electric cars and self-landing rockets, but you know what he can't do? HODL. That's right, the news just hit on Wednesday that Tesla paper-handed their Bitcoin holdings and sold off 75% of what they held in Q2, to the tune of $936 million worth of Bitcoin gone. This is coming out just as Bitcoin had a bit of a rally, jumping to over $24,000, a price not seen since a month or so ago. So why did they do this? And what happens next? Will there be a fallout? Will Bitcoin and crypto at large drop like a rock? Well, let's just start with the why. And the why is actually two things. Elon wants more liquidity, basically more cash on hand, especially since China's COVID lockdowns have taken Tesla's Shanghai factory and brought it to a halt. So having cash on hand right now can be very helpful for Tesla. And secondly, this sell-off helped boost Tesla's earnings in the second quarter of this year. And that boost was well past expectations, much to the delight of the shareholders, which at the end of the day, isn't that what we all truly care about? Helping the world's richest man stay the world's richest man? No? Just me? Okay, let's take a quick step back and answer the question, why does Tesla even have Bitcoin in the first place? So back at the beginning of 2021, Tesla purchased $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. And they did this for a couple of reasons. One, Elon liked Bitcoin and wanted to support Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at large. And two, the idea of having exposure to something with a huge potential upside on the books at Tesla was a very promising prospect. Then after that initial buy, a few months later, they did a test sell of $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And the reason for this test was to see if they could easily, in those larger amounts, sell off some of their Bitcoin just in case they wanted to have some cash on hand. Foreshadowing. Also in 2021, if you recall, Elon was very active on Twitter talking about crypto. This is about the time when all the Dogecoin tweets were starting up. Do you remember that?
And lately, prices have been soaring for cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and especially Dogecoin. To the moon!
As a result of all that, Elon brought tons, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of new people into the world of crypto for the very first time. Oh, hi, I'm a new crypto investor. I like to buy my Lamborghinis with dog tokens. Now, while it is very cool that he brought all these new people into the world of crypto, unfortunately, he didn't bring those same people right here to my video. So, you know, click that like button. That's all up to you. So if you would, consider giving it a click, even though the world's richest man didn't ask you to do it. That said, I bet Elon would be very proud of you if you did, and he'd also love it if you hit the subscribe button and maybe even that little bell icon. Let's make Elon proud. So what happens next? Is crypto going to drop like a rock all over again? Well, I think the first thing that might happen is there's going to be quite a few people who get out of crypto because this is happening. Papa Elon is selling his Bitcoin, so many of his followers will do the same. This is the unfortunate reality of things. People will just do whatever Elon is doing. But will the price of Bitcoin drop? Maybe. Looking at the charts, the price actually looked pretty good, at least on the short term. When I woke up this morning, the price was barely above $22,000, and right now, as I record this, it's over $23,000. I think if we see the price over $24,000 again, or over $25,000, and it sustains that for a while, we could see quite the rally, at least in the short term. Maybe prices in the higher 20s or even $30,000 price range could be possible, again, at least short term. Ultimately, though, I don't personally believe that the bear market is officially over, even though crypto prices, at least right now, look pretty good. But it's crypto, so who knows? I certainly do not. Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm just a guy on the internet. I don't really know anything. Don't listen to me. I'm just guessing. Because on the other hand, people like the CEO of FTX actually think we've already hit the bottom of this market, and he's a pretty smart and successful dude. But obviously, to get to where we are today in terms of price action, there have been lots of people selling in the past few months, including big Bitcoin holders. So the question then is it good or is it bad when big holders sell? Well, the answer might surprise you. The answer is yes and no. On one hand, it's great when institutional buyers start buying up huge heaps of Bitcoin, and the same goes for when companies start putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. This increases retail investor trust in Bitcoin and furthers the Bitcoin bull case. However, big wallets selling their Bitcoin is also good in the long term. Looking at the charts, the amount of large wallets have actually been decreasing, or at the very least staying flat over time. Meanwhile, small wallets with 1 BTC or more have been growing and are at an all-time high right now. So what does that mean? Well, I think it means two things. First, Bitcoin holdings are becoming more and more decentralized. And secondly, Bitcoin wealth is getting less concentrated and more spread out across more people. And I think both of these things are very good and very healthy for Bitcoin long term. So if you aren't a full coiner yet, now could be the time. Seize the moment. What about specific events though? Are things like Tesla selling most of their Bitcoin, 75% of their overall holdings, bad for Bitcoin in the long run? Well, no, I don't think so. Bitcoin and the crypto markets can handle things like this, especially Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin's like that guy who's just sitting there at the hot dog eating contest, eating hot dog after hot dog, and he just keeps going as we all stare on in disgust, just gulping water and sliding those wieners down his gullet. Wieners. First time I ever said wiener on the channel. When Tesla bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin in 2021, it didn't move the price. What moved the price was the news of Tesla buying $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And it's basically the same here with them selling nearly $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. The news is far more important than the actual selling. Bitcoin, even at this reduced size in this bear market, is plenty big to absorb a sell like that, and is only going to get bigger and stronger and more robust in the next 5 to 10 years plus. So really, any effects we see of this, I think mostly will be in the short term. It is also interesting to note that Elon did say that this doesn't mean he's no longer interested in Bitcoin.
Yeah, we are certainly open to increasing our Bitcoin holdings in future. So this should not be taken as some verdict on Bitcoin.
So I wouldn't rule out Tesla buying more Bitcoin again in the future if they haven't done that already. Who knows? This could be Tesla just booking some losses and then rebuying right afterwards. But really, the very most important news is that while Tesla did sell 75% of its Bitcoin holdings, they did not sell a single one of its Dogecoin. And don't worry, Elon made sure to mention that in the latest Tesla earnings call.
And we have not sold any of our Dogecoin.
Memes to the moon! So based on all this, what do I do, Andy? Well, I think news like this shouldn't greatly alter your plans. Yes, Elon can land rockets, but he should not dictate your finances. For me personally, I'm just going to keep dollar cost average buying Bitcoin every single day. And maybe you do the same, or you do it every week, or every month, or whatever you think is best for you and your plan. There really are no wrong answers here. It really is just a personal decision that's up to you. That said, I really do believe that the dollar cost average buying strategy in crypto is the very best strategy if you want to see real wealth gain over the long haul. And you should really watch this video right here if you want to learn more about how exactly to do that. Otherwise, stay safe out there in Elon's crazy crypto land, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.